Hello, everyone. Huge updates today related to Twitter. You can already see it on the screen, and we are going to get into the details of the news. I'm going to tell you what I expect in the upcoming period from Twitter and how I attempt to ride the shock waves created by this very important market event. So let's get right into the details. I have to tell you guys that I just opened a considerable position in Twitter. It's one of my largest positions, and I will tell you what's the rationale behind my action. But before we start, a huge welcome to all of you. This is the Stock Market Shark YouTube channel, and this is Steve, the host of the channel. My channel is about stock market investing and stock market research in general. So if you would like to be notified of my upcoming content, if you like this content, and if you would like to give a tiny support to my channel, that would be much appreciated. Then please take this short moment, press the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and please leave a like as well in order to help the algorithm pick up my videos. This would be super important to me. But now let's start and let's get right into what's going on with Twitter. As you can see, the headline, Elon Musk buys Twitter. Eventually, he does not buy the entire company. He just buys a 9.2% stake in Twitter. But this is large enough for him to make him the largest shareholder of Twitter. So let's see what's the driver of his action and what might come next, and how the market is speculating of what is coming next in terms of the Twitter price movements. So let's see the news first. Let's see what's going on. So as you can see, the CNN Business News, Elon Musk recently purchased a 9.2% of Twitter stock, according to a filing of Monday. So every purchase above 5% must be officially filed. So that's why this is a transparent move. And this move is making him the largest shareholder in the company. So this action is basically starting some massive speculation related to Twitter stocks. So the stocks have been moving considerably pre-market. They are up more than 20% in today's trading. And basically, I think that this can be just the beginning. And I tell you why. Probably, and this is just my assumption, but probably this is not the last purchase of Elon's in Twitter stocks. And also this event is just putting Twitter into the spotlight, and it's attracting more and more speculators. So let's see what can come next based on my interpretation. But let's see first how the market analysts are interpreting this event. So this event basically has some history. So it was just not coming out of the blue. Some market participants, some analysts have been already expecting Elon Musk to buy into Twitter because he has been sharing some comments in the previous weeks that indicated this move. And let's see what was going on. Basically, what's the history of Elon Musk buying into Twitter. So Elon Musk has been well known for some rumors, basically about starting like a known social media platform, right? So he has been criticizing the existing social media platform, that they are lacking the freedom of speech. They are basically not fully democratic, and he has shared comments which indicated that he is basically actively thinking about starting a platform that would basically support the freedom of speech, that would be fully democratic based on his own principles. So here we can see basically a criticism that has been formulated by Elon in the last period. So he says, and let me highlight this one to you guys. Given that Twitter serves as the de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy. So basically, with that, Elon just expresses that the way the current social media platforms operate is against her very fundamental principles. And this is basically a very important motivation for a person who has the power, who has the abilities to build something which supports his principles. So this was basically the main driver, and probably meanwhile he realized that building an entire new platform is just it just requires irrationally higher efforts than buying an existing platform with an existing market share and just transforming into something that he would like to see in the future. So I think that this is the main motivation behind her purchase into Twitter. And I would put a larger bet that this was not his last purchase. So I think, and this is just basically my bet, but I think that this is just the beginning of getting more and more stake in Twitter and having trying to achieve more and more impact on the company. So these thoughts are totally in line with the analysts think about this move. So as you can see, there was one famous analyst who has been quoted on different portals, and I totally agree with what he says. So he says that this is Dan Eves, and this is a tech analyst from Wedbush Securities, and he says, I think he intends to go active and force change at Twitter. This is a shot across the bow at Twitter's board and management team to start the discussions. So he also thinks that for Musk, it was not entirely realistic to start building a new competing platform from scratch. It makes more sense for him to try to change the practices at Twitter itself. So just to summarize, it's a huge market event. It can be just the beginning of a series of purchases into Twitter. What can come next, and how can Musk can play out basically his plan to have an impact, to reach an impact at Twitter? I think that basically he's going to approach the management, he's going to approach the board, and he's going to basically offer some new strategic directions that would basically point into that direction that he would like to see. For Twitter. This can be rejected and this can be accepted by the board. We don't know it yet. Probably this is not the end stake for Musk. So if he would like to achieve more basically impact on Twitter, he would most probably buy some new stakes as well. Let's see how this plays out. But I think for the mid-long term, this is very promising for us investors. So I think that this can be a very good point to open a position in Twitter. I don't think that the momentum ends with today's trading session. And I tell you why. I have basically a few reasons behind opening my position in Twitter. The first one is speculation. So even without knowing the details, even without knowing the exact impact that Elon Musk would have on Twitter, I think that his brand, his personality, and the fact that he bought into it just attracts a massive amount of speculators that are going to keep up the momentum in the stock, at least on the midterm. This is one thing. So the second thing is that basically this is a very good marketing for Twitter. This is putting Twitter stocks into the spotlight of investors once again. So as you probably know, Twitter stocks have been quite considerably hit in the last period. They've been registering a massive fall, and this can basically this can be a game changer event that can turn the tide and can put Twitter stocks back in the focus of investors, can attract speculative money, and can represent the support for the stock price. And the third thing is that eventually, if Elon Musk is really taking this seriously, he can on the longer term eventually achieve a massive impact on Twitter's strategy and puts the stock into a different direction as the one currently. And this strategic shift basically and just basically how he brands it, that he basically wraps this strategic shift into some principles that he would like to follow. So this can be basically massive for the stock in the upcoming period. So that's why I'm opening up a position in Twitter right now. Unfortunately, I didn't try the entire wave. So this has been partially priced in pre-market trading, but I already registered a couple of percentage point gains. So hopefully this is going to continue in the future. So let's see how this plays out. Hopefully you like my idea, and hopefully you also agree with it, but please leave your comments in the comment section below. Let's see what's coming next, but I'm definitely very hopeful that this will play out pretty well for us. So guys, hopefully you like my video. If yes, then please don't forget to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. So thank you all for watching this. Have a wonderful trading session, and I'm coming back very soon with additional updates. Take care till then. Bye-bye.